to the Think Loud Crew podcast. 3 moms getting real with parenthood, relationships, and our WTF moments of our daily lives. Welcome, you guys. It's been a crazy... Wow.
I just thought Shanan drooled, but her earring came out.
It's been a crazy ass weekend, but so beautiful and so exciting. Cheyenne just got married, and yes, she is here sitting with us,
Finally.
talking about her wedding.
I have no idea how I'm surviving life.
I don't know how you're surviving because I'm barely here, but
I'm hanging on by a thread.
we are here for you guys, and we're going to talk about her beautiful wedding. I am Shanan, if you don't know us.
I'm Cheyenne, and my voice is almost gone, so just bear with me today.
It sounds better than it was.
Yeah, this sounds better, and it still is giving Mr. and Mr. vibes, but...
Stop!
I love it. I'm obsessed with her raspy voice.
And my name is R, and I'm so tired, y'all. But
Okay.
I'm so happy to sit here with you guys. I feel like it's been quite a minute since we've been able to just really vibe together and enjoy each other's presence.
We only missed 1 week.
We missed 1 week.
I know we missed 1 week, but even just with me being gone, like, it's not the same, you know?
It isn't the same.
Maybe you
but
should just stay.
Not now.
Not now.
One day I'll move back to California, but not now. Not now.
And you guys, if you're not watching, Kyle's giving us real serious eyes.
She's giving us like a death look.
like,
oh my
she's
God.
about to kill us with her
Right.
eyes. She said, not now.
I'm just going to close my
not
eyes
now.
for a second.
Not now.
Y'all, weddings are no joke. Before we dive into this, I just would like to say that all the time that's put into them, the planning, the family effort, the love. We got babies over here letting us know what the deal is. Planning a wedding on top of everyday life, work, children, relationships, just life in general is a very intense process, and I just had a crash course.
Good. I'm next. I'm just kidding. I don't know who I'm marrying.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
I was about to say, do we have an update on Shannon's
my
love
God.
life that we need to know about?
Right.
Nope. No, we don't.
I feel like the past few days have been the best past few days, but also been like the longest past few days. So we did get married on a Thursday, and everyone is so stuck on why you guys got married on a Thursday.
Yeah.
But we had our wedding rehearsal on a Wednesday, so we partied hard on that Wednesday, and then we had our wedding on Thursday. Friday was a down day.
Kind of.
A down day that ended up being a party hangout.
Yes.
Everyone was still going. I was looking at them at the pool like, how?
We were still partying. And then Saturday, we actually had another party.
It's like
A real party.
Another real
actual
party.
after party.
And now it's Monday. And I'm literally hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm sitting here and doing anything and talking. I feel like I keep saying, like, I just need a day to just breathe, not do anything, and it's clearly not happening.
Yeah.
If you guys look around my house right now, there's boxes everywhere.
She's packing.
We're packing up. We got our final letter of, like, approval for the house.
Yes.
So we do our walkthrough
Congratulations.
tomorrow. We get to move next week.
That's so exciting. That's so huge.
Yeah.
Cheyenne
That's a
became
big wedding gift to yourself.
Mrs. Davis one day, and the next week it's like, okay, now come into your brand new home
Yeah.
as the Davises. And I think that just metaphorically, I know the house process has been very long, and that has been very stressful. And just with the way things are globally right now, finances, interest rates, loans, banks, everything is absolutely crazy. So anyone who's in the process of buying a house, like building a house, my prayers are with you, because I've been watching Cheyenne and Zach go through this with my parents, and it is I'm very proud of you, sister. I am
swear.
so proud of you. You've been patient, you've been enduring, but it's also very exciting because now you get to move into your house with your full family, Mrs. Davis, Mr. Davis. You've got your 2 beautiful children, and it's I don't know. I feel like if you moved a couple months ago, it would have been amazing. But like, just, I think the timing of everything now just to me makes it symbolically like that more special.
The timing is definitely doing something.
Yeah, the timing is timing.
Something.
It is doing yesterday.
Yeah.
I watched Cheyenne woke up yesterday after a big party, and she was in the corner just packing things up. I'm like, girl, how are you even wrapping things up at this point?
Yeah.
I give it to you.
Everybody keeps asking, okay, where are you guys going for your honeymoon? Like, I talked to Escrow today, and she's like, I'm so sorry that I'm calling you on your honeymoon. And I'm thinking, lady,
I just want to get in this house.
if only you knew I was still in my current home packing stuff up. Like, definitely not on a beach sipping a drink like I wish I was. But
yeah. Hey, Bozzy, I love you so much, baby, but we're trying to record our podcast right now, so we got to use our inside voices. Cheyenne and I both tried to plan our babies to be on naps during this moment.
if you were on time, my baby was on time.
First of all, mind you, this party that happened on...
and are like, what?
Okay, you guys are talking about on time.
I'm just
Mom,
kidding.
what all were we doing? There hasn't been a second of downtime. It's not like we were sitting there. We were literally just... Yeah, the house was left a complete mess from Saturday.
Ace, get your food off the floor.
That's one thing I would like to possibly address. Like, people, like, when you go to someone's house, like, there's just some things where people just leave, like, just bottle caps, trash. Like, when there's trash cans around, why not put it in the trash? Like, there was literally just
good question.
Random stuff all over the place in all the rooms. And it was just, I don't know, we host a lot, and I don't know if people think that we just have service at hand, just cleaning up, but it's like,
Clean up after yourself.
or just be mindful. Just be mindful. I don't know.
Okay,
but
let's
anyways,
talk about
back
wedding
to
week.
the beautiful wedding
week.
So one of the questions I keep getting is, why didn't we do a rehearsal dinner? And we decided to do a rehearsal activity just because we wanted to do something that was reflective of us. And we were already having like a very I don't know what to call it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a very upscale
elegant,
wedding where we were
classy.
going to have to sit down and eat dinner and do all these things. So we were trying to figure out how could we have a fun rehearsal dinner, break the ice between like the bridal parties, our families, even though our families know each other, but just still, just something fun.
A lot of your friends were out of town.
Yeah.
Out of town.
A lot of my friends haven't met all of like Zach's groomsmen, and we just wanted to do something different.
Yeah. I thought it was a fun idea.
It was
Yeah.
a fun activity. You had everybody involved. Big old party bus.
Yeah, so that's
I think that's what like kept
Brought it
everyone
together.
brought it together, and everyone was together at that moment. I thought it was a really fun time.
So we had our rehearsal on Wednesday. It started at 6. That's the same time that our wedding would have started the next day. And then we had a party bus come to the hotel, pick up our wedding party, our friends and family, and we went bowling. So we rented out, there's like a VIP section of Bolero that has 7 lanes. And then we just got it catered and gave like drink tickets, and I feel like it was one of the best decisions we made from this week. It was so much fun. And my wedding planner kept on saying, like, don't go too hard. You have a big day the next day. And me and Zach were like, we're only going to have like one drink. We're not going to go
Y'all,
hard.
these people drank so much.
Oh my God.
I was just sitting back.
So
I was still.
many shots,
Oh my God.
so many.
It was to the point where
drink.
Zach and I paid for the rehearsal dinner, and we like paid per person. We paid the catering bill. We paid the bar, and then the bar lady came up to me and she's like, there's no more. Like we had, I think 48 drink tickets, and not everybody there was drinking. So in our head, everybody would have gotten 2 drinks, and we didn't want to get people drunk because we know the next day's a big day. Oh, it was gone within like 10 minutes. I go up to my dad. I'm like, I have nothing left to give anybody. Can you put a card down? And Dad was like, okay. Okay. So we drank the bar out.
I never got a drink ticket. I just got a $1,000 plus bar bill.
If it makes you feel any better, I only had 1 drink. I was still working during bowling too. Don't worry.
And then what we did, we tried to see, okay, how do we still make this custom to us, or how do we make it feel like us? And We got custom bowling shirts made.
I think that was the cutest,
yeah.
idea that anybody I have ever seen.
And they were cute.
It was
like
so
it.
cute. I love that everyone had, all the brides and groomsmen had their matching shirts. You guys did. It really brought it all together in the bowling together and to see it all. Every time I saw somebody in the shirt, I was like, oh, this is so cute.
I like it because it's like a little piece of a memory. It's a physical touch from the wedding. Like,
Yeah.
when I've had a few people ask about like the wedding or dress rehearsal or the rehearsal dinner. I'm like, we did have a wedding.
We did.
Dress
Yeah.
or rehearsal dinner. Like, it just wasn't. We weren't sitting at a formal table. There was definitely food, but it's
And we still did like
I
the
like your
formal
spin on it.
speeches
Yes.
at the
Oh, there
end.
was
Spoke.
so many. Yeah, it's not like nobody spoke.
There were cheers. There was toast.
There was so much love.
I love that it was an activity, like you said, so people were able to bond and just really have fun and get to know each other. And it did break the ice because then the next day, as everyone was getting together and like taking pictures,
It wasn't awkward.
It set the tone. It was very friendly. And Cheyenne has a lot of friends from out of town, and some of them were able to come. So it was really family and friend oriented. People were able to catch up who we haven't seen in a couple years, especially with COVID. Like, there's some people who was like, I'm just so thankful to see you. Like, I don't even need a bowl. Let's just sit here and talk just because I haven't seen you. But it kind of took that pressure off of everyone, and I think of everything, where it wasn't like this serious, like, it was
Formal.
serious, but it wasn't like you couldn't
Yeah.
be yourself and be comfortable.
And then everyone could bring their wedding date with them. So
Yes.
then that helped break the ice, because a lot of my girlfriends have boyfriends that, you know, I may have seen once or twice, but I know them because it is what it is, but we just live in different places. And this allowed like the boys to meet each other and just to have like a good night. And I feel like
yeah.
but if you look at the party bus videos from us going there and then look at the party bus videos from us going back,
That's true.
oh my God.
I need to see
I
these
didn't get
videos.
to go on the party bus because my child wanted to cry.
We tried to get him on, but
I was trying to get rid of my
back
kid.
to the hotel. Everybody was just dancing and just going.
No, it looked so
in.
much
It was
fun.
so much fun. I was so
It was like
happy.
genuine, like fun and love.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then that night when we pulled back up into the hotel, Zach and I said goodbye, and he had the suites at the Langham. That's where we got our wedding venue was. It's like cottages. It's not like a
Very
room.
cute.
Yeah, there's like little homes. So Zach had one called the Shamrock, and then I had one called
Wisteria.
Hysteria.
thank you, because I was gonna say it's so wrong. So we split.
We should have let her say it. No,
No,
What were you gonna say?
I don't know, not that. But we split
Not
up.
that.
The boys went to Zach's room, and some of the girls came with me. But at that point, we were already toasted. I was just like, I have to go to bed. Like, someone put me in the bed. So Ryder looked at me, and she asked for everybody to leave the room. And she said, I just want it to be me and you, and I want us to just cuddle all night, just me and you. So that's what we did. I was a little toasted, so I woke up the next day, and Ryder had on her whole complete outfit still. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even take my kids' pajamas off. She would sleep so perfectly, literally like in her whole outfit, and I was cracking up, and I'm just like, this is life. So it was a good night, and I'm happy that we chose to do our rehearsal dinner that way rather than like a formal sit-down dinner, which I'm sure would have been good too, but I just think
But
this was a lot of
It
fun.
was really fun. It was nice to see people interact.
Yeah. So, the day after the wedding, the day after rehearsal dinner, of course, was the wedding. And everybody who kept on talking to me kept on saying, just take moments to take everything in. Stop, look around, breathe, cry, smile, laugh. But, like, take it in because it's going to go by so fast. And it went by so fast.
Did it?
I'm so sad.
Are you sad that it ended?
It's like a bittersweet feeling. I'm so happy that it's over with because planning a wedding is the most stressful thing ever. Paying for a wedding is also very stressful.
Thanks, parental units.
And then everything like was just a lot. So I'm sad from like, I mean, I'm happy that that's over.
Yeah.
But like the actual
The
day,
little special moments that
I would do it again, but I never want to get married again. But I would, that's the part that I'm like, damn, that went by quick. Like it just went by. I feel like nothing, but I don't feel like anything was rushed. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Everything felt like it was on the right path.
There was a lot of planning that went into it, and like timelines, and so it's like all the little points I feel that you wanted were really covered. Mm-hmm. And this has been the last year. It's been a year process.
Yeah. So
it's when I hear people who are like, "Oh yeah, I just got engaged. I'm getting married in 3 months. We're having 100 people." I'm looking at you like,
you've lost your mind.
How? or it's just like we're just having very different weddings, you know, and that's okay. Like everyone has different tastes. Cheyenne and I are sisters, but we're still going to have very different wedding experiences, and it's
I knew what I wanted.
It's a lot of work.
Like a year ago, and I knew what it would take to get it there, and it took a year to plan it. Like up until the day, it took a year to plan it.
Up until the point where we were taking the photos, like the professional photos after the first look, like I was still coordinating things. Like it was I'm exhausted. Like part of me wishes that I was able to enjoy more of like the wedding reception, like as a guest, versus like I've been crunching, and now I'm like just burnt out. And I feel like that's kind of what happened for me.
You didn't get to enjoy your sister's wedding.
I did. It was beautiful, but there were just parts where it's like I didn't get to eat cake.
Where were you?
I had to leave at a certain point to go deal with. I had Ryder, Boz, and Zaire. So I had to go deal with the kids.
Yeah, at what point? Because maybe I was drunk. Anyways.
And that was the other thing. Everyone was also very like happy intoxicated.
Yeah, I was very happy running around.
And I think I had 2 drinks the night of the wedding, but there were a lot of people I haven't seen. So it's like for our family, I went by all the tables and I spoke to everyone.
Nice.
Thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting my sister and Zach. There was a lot of our parents' friends that we hadn't seen. Like some of my closest friends were there, and everything was so beautiful. And I felt like all the notes that I hear Cheyenne mention and things that I've heard Zach mention, I feel like everything really, really came to life. And I think that was just, as your sister and your maid of honor and like someone who loves Zach, that was my goal. I didn't pay for anything, but I made sure the things that were paid for were like.
That has been a question that I have not stopped getting is who paid for our wedding?
Mom and Dad.
And Zach and I.
You and Zach.
Like you,
Papa help.
Right. I'm like, wait a second.
Papa help. Like
it has literally
been a family affair.
It was a lot of work. And a lot of planning and a lot of budgeting to plan for certain things that I knew that we wanted. And
I can only imagine,
it was definitely a group effort from my parents, from my grandparents, and from Zach and I. And I feel like when people ask how much did it cost, it's none of your business.
None.
That part is funny.
But just know it took a team of us to do it.
Yeah.
And it was not easy.
It was so beautiful. When you walked in that room for the reception, imagine if you're going to Hogwarts on Christmas.
What?
Like there was like if you guys watch, there was it looked like there was floating candles and there was candles everywhere on the table.
And the cake was floating.
I get what you mean. I get it now. Now that you're describing it.
Yeah, that's why I said Hogwarts at Christmas.
Magical.
It was very magical and just gorgeous. The lights were dim. It was just the most beautiful setting.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine like. And I saw all like Cheyenne's touches and with the flowers and the orchids and everything. It was just so beautiful.
The custom dance floor.
I have a question for you, Shy. What was your favorite moment? You said there was moments that you can go back to. Like you said there was you could do it all over again with the moments leading up to the wedding day.
Yes.
Or the wedding to the reception.
Okay.
What was your favorite moment getting ready that morning?
I don't know if I can pick a favorite, but I feel like there were like, I can remember distinct things throughout the day that I was like, oh my God. And I was just taken back. So the morning of the wedding, getting ready, Zach sent 50 dozen roses to the room, and the guy brings in one box, and I'm like, oh my God, these are beautiful. And then he brings in another box, and then he has 2 other people with him, and then they're bringing in boxes, and I'm like, it's not stopping. It's just not stopping. And my mom is sitting there with her camera like, isn't it great? And I'm like, oh my God.
If there's one thing about Zach, that man is going to bring some flowers. I just know like 2 days before the wedding, he was like, I need help finding flowers. And I was like, huh? Like another thing to add to the list. But I was like, okay. So I called around to places. People were quoting crazy things nowadays. I went to Slow Meek. Like who was the event planner, and she was great. And it did get done, but I was really happy that he did that because.
And I was trying to figure out what he was doing because the day before we were sitting down and all of a sudden he just got so excited and just like ran and then like hid behind this staircase and was on the phone, and then he came back and he was just like smiling like a big kid. And I kept on saying, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he was just like, you'll figure it out later. You'll figure it out later. So then yesterday I figured out what he was doing.
Yes.
But it was just, that's one thing about Zach. He knows that I'm obsessed with flowers. I love flowers. That's always.
He romances you.
Yeah, that's always like our go-to love language thing. Like he performs when it comes to floral arrangements and flowers. So it was really nice that he did that day. Somebody came in and was like, are these the flowers for your wedding ceremony? And I'm like, no. But
I have different floral arrangements.
These are just because my man loves me and he wanted me to wake up knowing that I was on his brain and that this is our special day. Like if Zach could, Zach would have delivered all of those vases himself.
Oh my God. But that was one of the morning moments that I really enjoyed. And then of course, like getting ready, I got ready in my mom's room and it was quiet. And the room next to us were all the bridesmaids and everybody else, and it was the opposite.
Yes.
But it was good energy, so I would go back and forth just because I did like the energy from the other room. But in my room, I was able to just kind of sit and turn on like my gospel music and just be to myself and in my head and like focus on like what I'm doing that day. And my mom got ready with me, and that meant a lot. And just knowing like the room next to me is just full of people that love me and like are so excited for this.
We just kept talking about Mrs. Davis. Yeah. We were trying to figure out, we were like, we need to change Cheyenne's name. We need to upgrade her. Like God. We need a nickname change.
It was a lot.
Chrissy Davis was floating around.
Hell no.
We were trying to bring in Kristen.
I don't know who that is. That's
Cheyenne
not
kept
me.
saying, I don't know who that is, y'all.
So that, like, the getting ready was a lot of fun. Once I was actually ready, I brought my dad in. My dad and I did a first look, which was a good moment. My mom was there, and then my dad's wife was there for the first look, but she didn't have her dress on, so she just kept like peeking her head from around the doorway, and I'm like, Teresa, just come in, and she's like, no, like I'm not coming in there undressed, basically. But it was just,
and Teresa looked fire.
It was a good time. And then I gave my mom and dad like these handkerchiefs that had messages on them, and then at the same time, my mom did like the something blue, which was my garter, something borrowed, which was a hairpin from the dress company that did my bridal shower dress and that did Ryder's dress, that did my mom's outfit. And it was really cute and dainty. And then my something borrowed was another handkerchief that my mom got from my grandmother on her wedding day. So it just meant a lot that these things were like incorporated in the day, and these are things that, you know, I can take with me forever, and like memory wise and also like physically. It was just a lot. And then I would say my next favorite time was when we were taking pictures. Oh, what people didn't know. I don't even know if you guys know this. When we were taking pictures, it was just Zach and I. Zach and I did a first look. It was bomb. Asha, my photographer, was like, "Kate, tell him to turn around," and I'm literally sitting there like, "No, I'm not ready."
Were you nervous?
I was about to shit myself. I'm literally like telling her no, and she's like, "Cheyenne, be a big girl and tell him to turn around."
I love it.
I was freaking out. I'm like, no, give me 2 more minutes. I wasn't ready.
Because it's like, this is really real.
Yes.
My question is going to be like, did you have any like wedding jitters?
When we did our first look, that was the most nervous I was all day. It was so nerve wracking. And we were so close to each other, so he could hear me saying, "No, I'm not ready. I'm not ready." And he was just standing so perfectly still.
He was probably so ready. Like,
Yeah, he was sweating so much. It was just, it was so perfect. But after we did the first look, we took pictures together. And when
Did you guys cry?
Oh, like big babies.
Yeah.
Zach cried during our first look.
Mm-hmm.
He cried when he saw Ryder for the first time. He cried when he saw Ace for the first time. He cried all day. I was really focused on like crying but not messing up my makeup.
Girl, I discovered a whole new cry within myself that day.
Yes,
Like,
literally.
I was like, what is this sound that's coming from me?
That was me.
And it was
You're trying to keep it together.
I was trying to keep it together. But when we
Yeah.
were taking pictures, I didn't realize that the lotion that I put on my arm was like a bronzy, like shimmery lotion.
No.
It got all over Zach's jacket. The whole inside of his sleeve was brown. It was covered in
you
makeup.
couldn't tell.
Girl, because we sat there for like 30 minutes and Tide pinned the dog shit out of this jacket. And then afterwards, he went back to his room and one of his groomsmen like scrubbed it even more. But literally, I felt so bad. And he was like, "I am not mad. Like, I do not care. It is a jacket. We're still going to get married, whether it's a brown sleeve or a white sleeve. Like,
We're in this.
we're doing it now. Like, there's nothing we could do about fixing the makeup on it." But that was one
I'm
moment
so happy it was you and not one of us, because Zach had on a white jacket, and when he was after, when Dad was giving you away to him, and he was acknowledging our parents, the other parents, and he gave me a hug too, and I was scared to hug him because I had stuff on, like the shimmer on my chest.
You had the same shimmer on as me.
On my chest, and I had makeup on my face, and I don't wear makeup
Y'all
that
girls
often,
did have
so
a lot
I
of
was-
shimmer on you.
I
Yes.
was very like,
Girl, I had already ruined his jacket at that point.
yeah, so I'm happy that was you, because I was like, I am not about to stain this man's
Oh, I did, but
white jacket.
Nobody knew but us and the photographers and
love
Patrick, I think. Watching Ryder run up all dressed in like her dress.
tearjerker.
Oh, it was just too much. There was so many moments that were just too much.
It's amazing.
The walking down with my dad, and then my dad like literally being like, "I'm not ready yet. I just need a couple more seconds."
And that was such a genuine
Yeah.
response from Dad. That was literally one of the most special things that I have seen, because I really know how much Dad loves us both, and it's like, this is a really, really big deal. You're the first wedding in our family, and it's although I would say like marriage is important in our family and it's respected, like we care about it, and it's not easy, and it's just seeing the last 15-16 years of you and Zach and all the growth that you guys have had individually, together, the beautiful family that you've created. Like, I couldn't hold myself together at that point. Like, literally watching Dad, I felt Dad. Like, I was like,
And the
everything
song-
in me wanted to be
song-
like,
song in the
group
choir.
hug,
Oh my
everything.
god.
Everything was
Like-
just magical coming. You coming down.
It was too much. And then Dad, when we're on the steps, Dad is like, "Okay, take another step." I'm like, no, don't go down.
No.
Don't do it yet. He's like, "I got you. You gotta walk now." I'm like, I swear if they have the audio from when we're going down, it is hilarious because I'm literally arguing with him that like,
You don't want to go.
I don't want to go. Just stand still for a minute because I'm not ready to go.
When you were at the top or at the side?
At all staircases.
Okay.
We stopped at least like 3 or 4
Yeah,
times.
you did. I was watching you the whole
Each time I was telling him, "I'm freaking out. Don't do it. Don't do it." Yes, each time was scary.
Each time was scary.
I
Each
was
step.
scared. Each time was scary.
oh, the baby's in the car.
Oh my
That
god.
was my favorite part.
First of
And
all,
Ace waving at Zaire.
Ace was like, hi.
It was so
It was
cute.
a perfect. Every moment of the wedding was
It was so cute.
timely. It was perfect. You had all the awe moments, all
Yeah.
the oh my gosh moments.
They just kept coming.
Yeah, it
You
just
know,
and they
it was
came
like a
so
nice flow of
naturally.
like
I
we're
wanted
gonna
wow
just keep
moments.
coming. And it wasn't.
Oh,
they weren't
girl,
like,
you had all the wow moments. Even at the end, I was like, I wasn't expecting these drums and
It
people
wasn't
coming
like
down the aisle.
awkward wow moments. They were very natural.
Yeah, they were
and
yeah,
they
beautiful.
fit like the scene. They fit our families.
Yeah.
And it was just, I'm so like I'm elated. I'm so proud of y'all. And it's I love the standard of love that you guys have set for not only yourselves but like our friends, our family, and our peers. Because it's like at this point.
Oh, for sure, you guys set a standard.
Excuse me, if
my standard
it does not feel like that, I don't want it.
I don't want it. No thanks.
I'd rather be by myself and just have like a just fun with myself than be in a situation where you don't feel that love and it's not reciprocated.
Even Zach's dad being our officiant, like it was so genuine. Like him talking
so
and
great.
stuff. He did such a good job.
Great job.
We wrote our own vows, which was really important to me. We're almost done, Steve. Almost.
Cheyenne and Zach, both of their vows started off in the kitchen where they met each other, and it was like I'd seen Cheyenne's vows. I read them. Like I've cried over them the last 2 weeks because she shared the note with me, and I would just every now and then. I was having a very emotional time because I was like, this is my baby sister, and she's getting married, and not only is she getting married, but she's getting married to Zach. And
Lord.
Zach is family. You know, Zach's been family. So it was, I couldn't wait to hear his vows. And when I heard his vows, the first thing I did was, he needs to sell these motherfuckers. Like, I was like,
our vows literally married each other. They matched so well.
Sell their vows as a set. Like,
he was like, "Oh, I can't beat that because Shy went first." And then when he said his, I'm like, "What are you talking
And he kept
about?"
turning the page.
He kept going.
His was long.
Like,
His was, I'm not going to say it front shy. Zach's vows were a little longer than yours.
They were longer than mine.
And all I wanted to say is, that's my brother. Like, that's my brother, and he loves my sister.
And one thing that I liked that he did in his vows is he addressed mom and dad. And I feel like I don't see that in weddings. It's normally like you're just talk to the other person.
Yes.
But I think he knows how much like my family means to me that he's like, I had to do it for you.
Mom keeps sharing this moment with me during the wedding where she says Zach looked at her and mouthed, "I love you." And she's just like, at that point, she was like, I already knew we were good, but it was like in that moment,
now your son.
that acknowledgement really.
Yeah,
just,
when he said you guys didn't lose a daughter, but you gained a son, I was like, oh my God. It was a lot. It was a lot
It
for
was
me.
beautiful.
The whole day was a lot.
Your dress was gorgeous. Oh my gosh, y'all. Cheyenne's dress.
Her train was ridiculous. Her veil.
I'm like, can we do some reels of the behind the scenes of you?
I know we should.
I've got videos.
Yeah.
It
was just stunning. Like, absolutely stunning.
How about Shannon's dress? It was
Shannon cut her waist beads off,
was
y'all.
bomb.
Just so she could wear this dress.
I'm like, I have no more waist
Shannon's
beads.
dress was bomb.
I feel you.
Thank you. You know, the bride told me to buy it, so I had to buy
It
the
looked
dress.
so good.
And your shoes were perfect.
The bridesmaids' dresses were really cute too.
They were.
Every
They
single
were.
person who came through that wedding looked stunning. Like some of this, since I was a hostess, I got to see everyone come in, and I was just like in awe with some of these dresses. I'm like, you guys showed up.
Everybody showed
The
up.
last
Yes, no, the guests showed up.
Out. Like
most of the people got the hint.
Makeup done, hair done, the floor length
Looking
dresses.
beautiful.
I've seen I saw some weaves and hair extensions in people who I would have never thought, but they were like, I am coming correct today. Like, I know the assignment. I'm going to not only understand the assignment, but I'm going to ace it. Like, I was really, really proud of
I was so proud of our guests.
Oh my gosh.
And this is one thing that we also did different. So we flipped everything around. So when you got there, the invitation said the ceremony was first, but when you got there, it was cocktail hour first, and then the ceremony was second. So So people didn't know you're walking right into cocktail hour because we felt like if we would have put that, then people probably would have came late.
Come on time.
Right. But you got to pay a flat. Like, you pay it. So we were trying to figure out, okay, how do we make sure that people still get here on time? So we did cocktail hour first and then our ceremony after that. So I feel like by the time the ceremony started, people were lit.
People were lit and people were ready to sit down.
Yes.
And everyone was there.
People were lit. They had food. They had maybe a drink or two. So Zach said when he walked in, he felt like he was at a concert. He said he was dapping people up. He was pointing. He was like, I was hugging folks. He said the energy was so good. And you know how normally like everyone is sitting for when the bridal
and ready
party.
To eat and hungry and annoyed.
Yes, like just pissed. So then by the time the ceremony happened, by the time the kids had gone down, the whole guests are just standing. You know how normally the officiant has to tell you like stand for the bride? No. Everybody was already standing. Nobody ever sat down.
I'll tell you why that was, because there were so many things coming at them.
Yeah, we didn't know what to do. Everybody was like, whoa, wait.
Everybody was standing. So by the time Zach went down, everybody is standing. So by the time I go down, everybody's already standing.
Everybody was trying to see what's popping.
It was literally like a party.
It was a party. Everybody was so happy.
It was still very much like a black wedding, like full of love, life, like you said, dapping up. I see you, boy. Like, yeah, it was.
And I felt like all of our dads had a moment. Like Terry got to marry us. My dad had a few moments. Walking me down the aisle, and then he did a speech, and oh my God, he thought he was on the Oprah show. Okay, he was walking around interviewing people.
He was Oprah.
He was like, "How many years you been married? And what's your love story? And what's the key to success?" I'm
what's
like,
a word you can give him?
I literally told my planner, "Go get the mic from him. Like, go and get it."
And she did.
Yeah, Mom was like, "Go get the mic from your dad," and I was like, "Where's Slow Meek at?"
Yeah.
And then I saw her walk over to him, and he was like,
my stepdad did a prayer. Like everybody, my mom did a speech. Everybody's family was active in it. And then the party was just bomb. The food was bomb. The party was bomb.
Everything was on point.
The music was good. Know what I liked? There was never a backup at the bar. Good. Like, that's one thing I always notice at weddings, like the position of the bars and is there a long line. I never saw a long line at the bar, which made me happy.
No.
I don't know. There could have been. I just didn't see it.
No, there wasn't a long line. It was a good. They kept them coming.
It kept going. Yeah,
they kept it flowing and kept it going. It was so much fun.
The food was good. The food was so good. I was happy. Oh, so we couldn't go to the cocktail hour, the bridesmaids, the bridal parties, but they brought some of the food back to the room where we were waiting for the ceremony.
Was so good.
Oh my gosh, the cocktail hour food was so good. We
had lamb chops, samosas, and what else?
We had crab claws.
Oh, I didn't get to have crab claws.
They were like this, like I don't know what kind of shrimp it was.
It was like a cilantro shrimp.
Oh damn!
I was like, yum.
It was really good.
Yum.
I feel like I had a couple drinks before the wedding. I had a drink. I snuck a drink at the ceremony. I don't know how I had a cup in my hand.
Oh my God.
It was there and I had to put it down because it was too much for me. But it was lit. It was so amazing.
Oh, know what I also really loved? Rather than doing like a traditional wedding book where you like sign your name and whatnot, what I really loved was the phone booth.
Oh, sorry.
You okay? Oh, I was going to say, I love the phone booth and actually leaving audio messages to the bride and groom.
Yeah, I think people think that was just a photo moment online.
No.
Really?
But I don't know about them. But
yeah, but it's like you go into the phone booth and you get to leave us a voicemail. And that was our guest book.
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
You didn't do it?
No.
I
kept looking at it and I'm like, oh, that's so pretty.
I didn't get any pictures with it. I didn't have my phone because of the ceremony, so I didn't really get pictures from the night except from like what people have taken or sent me. And I got my phone at the very end, and I got a clip of the kids, which I loved. But I wish for me personally I took more pictures. That's my only regret of the night.
Yeah, I didn't have.
I took really bad videos of the wedding.
Oh no, she did.
I took the worst
I went through her phone yesterday, and it was literally like a 1 second clip. I'm like, what were you doing?
I was trying to be in the moment, and I want to catch the moment, but I was like this. And then at one moment, my friend Terry was like, "Girl, you're not even filming the wedding." I'm like, I don't even. I'm trying to be in the moment. I'm so happy. She was like, "Are you crying?" I'm like, "Yes."
My phone goes from me getting my makeup
I have
done
the worst videos
to Ryder and Boz at the end of the night.
Girl.
Yes.
I had a really good.
Good.
I had a great day.
I'm happy,
Good.
and like I feel like you were calm for like I wasn't there when you were getting ready, but I feel like you were calm.
You still had a very chill demeanor.
I was fine.
Cheyenne
Everyone was like, "What's wrong?"
She
Like,
wasn't
I'm like, "Nothing. I feel great."
Wait,
Not a bridezilla. None of that.
Literally, that was gonna
none
be
of those
the next thing I say.
things.
Cheyenne was not a bridezilla.
Ever.
She voiced what she wanted. She was patient, and it's like, if things weren't working out, she'd say her little prayer, and then she'd give that little look, and then it'd be like, okay, it's time for us to go to work. Like,
But I also feel like I never had to be a bridezilla because I think that like mom and dad and Salmeek understood the assignment very well. And in the times where it's like, okay, I need help, I would call on one of them, and it was never well, no, it was just always like, okay, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So
You didn't have time.
I didn't have time to be a bridezilla because everybody was literally doing everything in their power to make this the best day ever.
I just want to set one thing straight too. I've had people DM me and message me talking about, oh, Cheyenne only had this elaborate wedding because of TV. First of all, y'all, this is my
Cheyenne.
family. This is who our family is. This is how we've been getting down since before Teen Mom was a thing. What was that? 16, 17 years ago. Like, Cheyenne was going to have this wedding regardless of that. That was just a cherry on top for them, to be honest, in a very respectful way. Thank you guys. But this wedding was going to happen in that manner, in that degree, and
With or without him.
with or without.
yeah.
Yes. And it's I just need people to know that, because I don't want people to think like it's something that it's not.
yeah.
That is for show. No, this is
for real.
This is for real.
This would have happened regardless.
Yeah.
So, but you know, I feel like we're on such a high that the negativity that we are getting from the wedding and everything is just like, I'm just like, I don't even have time to explain myself. I don't want to.
You don't have to.
People do elaborate stuff all the time. Don't be mad at me that I did it. I did nothing wrong to
She
you.
had the best time. That she's
I
still on
had
a
such
good
a
high.
good day. It was
It was
all
the most
good.
beautiful day.
I
Just
surprised Zach
beautiful.
with a new ring.
That boy, that man was
y'all.
so happy because he
If
had
you
no
would've-
idea.
Right, that ring was so beautiful. I was sitting in the back because I got there late, but I
With
saw-
her drink.
Shannon
with
was
my
at cocktail hour enjoying herself, talking about
Well,
where the
no,
people go.
No, I was a hostess, y'all.
I'm teasing.
Anyways, I saw his ring. When he got that ring, I saw the ring all the way from the back. I said, yo, that thing is shine. His ring was everything.
I've seen him clean it about 5 times a day now.
Really?
Yes, he's like, he just does. I say, you're going to clean it so much, it's not going to shine
shine no
anymore. Like,
First of all, Zach cleans his ear. Does he still clean his earrings every day?
he twice a day.
Okay, like when I saw Zach clean his earrings like that, I would be like, what's this man gonna do when he gets this ring?
Oh, he's obsessed.
Like,
I love it.
what is he gonna do?
Oh, that was a
And
special. He was so surprised.
He was
He
so
really, really
surprised.
It was like a
There's been
genuine, like,
so much going on.
And I had flipped it so he didn't see like the diamond part. He just saw the band. And then when I turned it around, he was like, that's why when I put it on, then he turned his hand around. He was like,
he was like,
what?
oh.
Like, seeing his reaction, I felt like he wanted to
just
do a
thought he
little
had a
skit.
band.
He just thought he had a band.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that was like, you know how like
perfect
usually like I
moment.
feel like a bride has that moment where they're like, oh my god, my ring.
yeah,
Zach
no,
knows.
Zach had that.
Zach was like, hold on, y'all, I need to just take
said
a
my
second
hand.
and just be like, that's my hand.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy.
There were so many things. I feel like I can sit and talk about them forever. But there were so many good things that happened that day and so many things that I feel like we'll take with us forever.
Yes.
And it was everything that we asked for. Like, there's not one moment or one thing that I can complain about. Not one. So,
you know what I liked, and I don't know if it was intentional just because there was so much going on, but I feel like doing the whole garter
I didn't want to
flower,
do it.
like throwing the bouquet is just, I don't want to do that in mine. So the fact that y'all didn't do it at yours, I was like, okay.
The party was too good, and we looked at each other and
You don't
we're
want
like,
to stop the flow.
we don't want to stop it. And who cares about this garter and this bouquet? Let's just keep partying. So,
Like,
And there's already so much love in the air.
and we already did so much. I feel like so much had already happened that nobody missed that part. Even for us cutting the cake, we didn't make an announcement. I did not want an announcement to be made. I just wanted to do
did
it. And whoever was there got to see, and who wasn't, they still got cake. Like, there were certain things that we just didn't want
to keep going.
Yeah, we just wanted it to keep going.
You don't have to announce your every move. Like, people were already watching
will
you.
see, yeah,
and they were
people
already
already
gravitating
watching.
to you.
Yeah.
So they were like, we're going to find you wherever you
Yes.
are. Like, you know what I loved also, just like the teen mom crew that we like, that you work with, that our family works with, they were able to come and actually enjoy and be guests. And
They were having
it was
so
just
much
really
fun.
nice to see them in a capacity that wasn't work related or something. Yeah, it was nice to see them relax.
And they had fun.
They had fun.
Oh my God.
Their dates had fun.
Yes.
Like, there was some where I was like, is that so-and-so on the dance floor getting
Yes.
down like that? So it was one of those situations where, like, if there was any pretentiousness or any, like, egos or just, like,
was none.
stale energy, like, people truly left it at the door, and they came in with their happy faces, open hearts, and, like, let's just shower the Davises with love.
Yeah, we had a good time. I think last night Zach and I were laying in the bed and we just looked at each other and we were like, we can't believe it's over, but like, it was amazing.
Good.
It was just,
I can't wait to see all the final photos and
Yes,
the video.
Everything.
it was just a really good day. And now we're like on this wedding high. We're on this like newlywed high, and now we're packing boxes to move into our dream house. It's just like it's overwhelming. It's surreal. And we just keep trying to, we're like, okay, we don't have any money left, but what can we do to thank everybody? Like, I'm just so appreciative to my parents and to my grandpa, my sister, my nana. Like, everybody did so much to make this day great for us, and they're continuing to still help. Like, we would not be able to have gotten married if it was not for my parents. We would not be able to get this house if it was not for my parents. Like, we're putting everything we can into it, but yeah, we need help, and I feel like that's okay to say. And we're doing everything right now that we can do to make sure that we are staying humble and being gracious and being grateful for the blessings that we are receiving. We had a shitty year, so we actually feel like we really deserve it.
Y'all
But
deserve every
we're like we
ounce
deserve
of
this.
it.
You really, really do.
Every
Like,
ounce of it.
so-
I'm happy you said you deserve
No,
it.
I
do.
swear, last night we were saying, like, we were talking about how much we want to do for everyone, and then we were like,
no,
we
this is
really
for you
deserved
guys.
that. Like,
This is
let's
for
just take a
y'all.
moment and
Yeah.
understand
Enjoy
that.
it.
I honestly feel like people were
did.
just happy to be there and be part of the experience and to see it and just know that they're thought of. Like, you
Yeah.
know, you guys wanted them there on your special day. So don't stress. You do have time.
Yeah.
I didn't know how thank yous and stuff happen with weddings, just because, you know,
I
Nana-
just got my thank you note from,
from
Kiki and Hunter,
Hunter.
and I'm like, wait,
Yeah,
when did I go
and
to their wedding?
That wedding was a year ago, so I wanted to share that with you. Like, hey, we just got these thank yous from a year ago. Like, it's okay. It's time for you now
Yeah.
to like
Take your time.
decompress, get adjusted, figure out, do your last name changes.
Oh my God,
like,
I'm not ready.
signing the marriage certificate was so scary.
Oh yeah, Kylan did that.
Cheyenne was like, "Don't mess up," and I'm like, "Shit, I'm just writing my damn name. Like, what
The
am I
lady
gonna
said
do?
that people mess up all the time. I'm like, how?
What am I gonna do?" It was right your name, your address, and sign. Like, I was so scared because she kept saying, "Don't mess up," and I literally was like, R space. Okay, like, it was one of those moments where it was like, it took me 5 minutes.
Can't mess up.
5 minutes to normally do something that would do in like 30 seconds, like,
Yeah.
not even reading. But I was like, I'm not messing this one up at all, because everything that we can do to contribute to your success and you and Zach's success is like, that's just part of the mission, period. Like, that's just how our family is. That's
Yeah,
how
it
we've been
is.
raised, and I feel that we're very blessed to have the parents that we do and the family that we do, because they truly believe in like bettering the next generation. And it's like they are here to help support us and like get us set up, because they understand, you know, there's going to be a point where they're not here, and it's going to be, I hate to say it, you know, bring this point up, but it's going to be us. Like that baton is being passed down to us right now. And it's, I'm just very proud of y'all. Like, it's taken so much work to get here. And
it has.
We see you.
Yes.
I think we have to still do a WTF or advice.
Yes.
I'll go first. My WTF moment is the fact that somebody broke their foot at our wedding. Not just somebody, but Ryan. You guys actually know Ryan.
Yes.
She's been on before. Ryan broke her foot the night of our wedding. And I posted about it the next day, and then someone was like, that's how you know it was a good day.
place.
I'm like, oh my gosh. That was definitely a WTF moment. I walked into the bridal suite, and her foot was huge. And mind you, this was our first night in a room, taking me and Zach's room. But it was such a huge room that who I did not care about.
We couldn't
move Ryan. So Ryan spent our first night as a married couple with us in the room. We did not care, and then she spent the next night with us again.
She was stuck, y'all.
She was literally stuck in this chair. It was like
so bad.
It was a long chase,
but nothing in me or Zach could be like, hey, could you leave?
Could you leave for a sec, please?
We didn't even care. But that was definitely my WTF moment for the weekend or the week.
I don't know. What is yours, Kyle?
My WTF moment, what was it, on the after party day, Zach was taking some Pepsid, and he had 3 little half tabs on the table, and Zaire got one of the half tabs, and we were all, well, I was freaking out. Cheyenne was there, Mezier was there, my mom. We were all Googling what to do if a baby ingests Pepsid, and they were like, it's low toxicity and all this stuff. We were looking at the dosage. So he was fine that day. But yesterday, I thought I was going to be able to lay down and relax and like catch up on some sleep. And literally, Zaire took a poop every hour. And there was no diarrhea. So I was like, I know you're okay. But it was just literally, I had to feed him all day because he was like, lady, I'm empty.
He had a clean system.
He had a very clean system. So he just went through a detox.
I need to do that
but
too.
It was literally, he pooped every hour. So I had just a very poopy, shitty day yesterday, literally.
Oh my God. Shannon, do you have WTF or advice?
Live your best life, you guys.
Yes.
That's my advice. Live your best life.
Okay.
I am. Shannon said, because I am.
All
I'm living
right.
mine, all right?
I think that's a great way to end it.
Yeah. Cheers.
I love you guys.
I love you.
Thank you both for
Thank
making
you.
this week so special for me and for Zach, and I'm so appreciative to both of you guys.
Love you.
I love you.
Love you.
All right.
Girl, I feel like I got a whole book system. If anybody needs their wedding to be planned in the DC, DMV area, my services are available. I also do florals. Not for weddings, but in general. That's how I feel. After doing all these like events, at this point, I'm like, we can do it. We've got it's here.
I love it.
But it's
Hit her up, y'all.
It's a lot. But I'm excited.
You guys can follow us at the Think Loud Crew. You can also check out our YouTube channel, which is also Think Loud Crew. And you can follow me at Shy Not Shy.
And you can follow me at Hair by Shannon C.
And you can follow me at RKylin. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notifications, leave reviews, tag a friend, and tell your crew about our crew.
All right. Have a good week, guys.
Have a good week.